All right, well, welcome back to the Coaches Show. I'm here with Coach Tommy Tice. We're going to look at some highlights of last Friday night's big win for the Goblins as they beat Sheridan Yellow Jackets 28-14. Let's look here. Here's the Goblins running out on the field.
Well, I tell you what, it's it's always exciting to watch the Goblins come on the field. And I like this shot from the the field camera, looking at them as they come through, and we always have them run to the other end and come back and meet us at the bench. And then we tell them that what we're going to do. We elected to defer to the second half, and John starts us off real good with a kickoff. It's about 8 yards deep, and I like to see the Goblins getting down there and showing lots of hustle. Their game plan was to run off tackle. Lewis Campbell, a good friend of mine, coach of Sheridan, a long time with the Razorbacks, run off tackle, block everybody down, and kick out, and we had to adjust to that as we went. And I thought Coach Eddington did a fine job of getting our troops to understand where they were trying to attack us and what we need to do to stop it.
Well, anybody who watched the Batesville scrimmage realized that's what Batesville did. But if it was any consolation, Batesville did it as well in their Week 1 game. Just basically ran all over everybody with those three big running backs.
They ran all over Newport, and of course the big difference, I thought, what we did real well was keep them from breaking into the secondary against Batesville. When those kind of backs break into your secondary, sometimes it's very difficult to hem them up. But there they get a first down at the 50 and pick up 3 on first down. They go in shotgun, roll to our sideline, and right there, Jackson Dorman, if he picks that off, we're on the board real early.
Yeah, so we were talking about that early. That would be nice for a big defensive score.
It sure would be. There he has to make a great throw to complete that, and he can't hardly do it. But up front, we're getting good pressure from Colliver and Holtby. Also Mitchell and Gomez at ends, and Brandon Davis in the middle at nose guard. Brandon's our big guy in the middle, about 6'2", about 275. Force him to punt, and he gets off a punt that goes off the side of his foot. I thought, like I said earlier, we dominated the kicking game. And here's our first snap from the 36-yard line. Throw the football. We overthrow Brooks Rawson out here. People don't think about this, but old Tate's about 5'9", and the right tackle is Chris Ryan, 6'6". And sometimes if Chris stands up pretty high, it's hard for him to throw over it. And here's one of the things that Tate Stokes can do. He can make something happen with his feet. And if they don't cover all the rush lanes, he can take off. Kind of like his older brother used to do for us. They're handed up inside, and Dorman pounds up in the middle for about 3, down to their 48-yard line.
It was nice to start the game right, not pinned in, good field position to start the ball game.
That's right. And there's Dorman again. Look at him fall forward. I like to see him fall forward. I like to see those backs keep their feet moving even when they're going to the ground. They hem us up pretty good right there. They brought pressure from the outside. That was part of their game plan, to bring 2 guys off the outside and just to try to hold on to us in the middle. So here comes Tate on what we call Chuck Norris. And you can see you get the ball on the turf, the ball's going to roll. Mm-hmm. So down at the 5-yard line. Great field position. So they've started from the 20, and now they're going to start from the 5. Great play here. Brandon Davis in the middle. If they got to run through that big chest, they're not going very far. Good play here. There's Taylor Wells, Brandon Davis again, Ray Gomez, Eric Mitchell. 3rd down and 10. Thought we might get him right there for a safety. And then Corey Gelvin, first year Corey's been with us, starting at cornerback, and he's going to be a good player. Lots of people out there with not much experience. Trey Holtby almost blocks the punt.
I saw him over the weekend, and he was getting on him for making fun of his red hair and the fireness in him, but that's all right.
Yeah, I like those redheads. My grandson's redheaded, so I kid Holtby about it all the time. Look at here. Nice run, quick feet, Clark Pryor.
Running over people.
And I tell you what Clark can do. He can hit the holes very quickly. Down to the 23-yard line. Throw a little screen pass, just miss it over the top. We had good success with our screen game. Offensive line, that's where our experience is at. Chris Ryan is back. Tyler Decker, the right guard. Richie Brusha at center. Craig Dyson, left guard. And Cody Hale. Nice throw and catch. There's our big target, John Colliver.
The go-to man.
Yeah, he is. He's hard to overthrow at 6'6". Big target.
Like that shot there, Coach, to see the first down?
I like that. That's very good. I knew it was the first down. You know, I was kidding Jack Fulmer. He's older than I am. He was a referee and older than I am. I told him, I said, your eyes must be, look at this effort to get in the end zone, dragging people. Look at them and go celebrate. I love to see them go to the running back or the receiver and celebrate.
I thought Dorman played extremely well for coming out here. A week ago of the Batesville situation, running more east and west as we talked about.
North and south.
Now he went north and south this week, which was fantastic.
That's right.
We had him up for over 100 yards. You probably had the official statistic. Did he get a 100-yard game?
He was over 100 yards. Had a really good ball game. And I thought he ran extremely hard, especially the yards he made after he got hit. That's what's impressive. And there's the defense swarming to the football. We want to get 11 blue jerseys at the ball. They felt like, and Lewis told me that they felt like that if they could get into our secondary, that they had a chance to be successful. And that's one thing, and that's a challenge for our secondary because we got to look at that hit. Oh, what a tackle.
Mm-hmm. Nice gang tackle.
Job right there. Austin Jensen had a baby, and everybody get there. He's given 11 gold hats around the football every time. Offense takes over from 30. Nice job up front. When you see bodies laying around in a pile, that's a good thing offensively. Nobody's standing around watching the game. We're on a little check with me, and you can see how far Sheridan now is backed up off the football. They're just going to try to contain us in the middle, and if they bring pressure, it's going to come from the outside.
That's a long way they got to come from the outside.
Well, here they come cheating up. See him coming there? And there he is. And Dorman's going to make 2 or 3, and we're going to keep pounding it. I like, we'd like to be 50-50 run and throw, but if we're making good yardage on the ground, we're going to keep it that way. We get a holding call right here. Tate picks up a first down, but we're going to bring it back. Didn't have too many penalties, but again, especially defensive penalties, I don't think we had any. It's harder to overcome a defensive penalty. Here's a screen pass. Dorman makes a nice cut. Going to lose his helmet. Don't like to see them without their helmet on. I'm sure their mamas don't.
That's right. That screenplay that you ran a few times. Here's the 4th down and picked up over 15 yards.
He sure did. And I'm telling you, now we're back there, somewhere near our own 20-yard line. And he takes off, and I'm going, well, maybe I shouldn't have told him that he had the option to do that. But he made the right decision. Gets a great block out here by Dorman. Also by Colliver. And he goes to the 50-yard line. Now there's a great, watch this cut.
Not even touched 15 yards down the field.
Big gashing hole up inside. Decker and Dyson and Brucia in the middle. I fall forward. We got to fall forward. We got to keep fighting until we fall forward. You never know when that little bit of falling forward is going to result in a first down or a lack of it. Again, come back on the screen pass. He's going to go for a score.
And unfortunately, it's called back.
Called back.
But you ran this screenplay at least 4 or 5 times, and most of the time it was effective, except for a couple of times where I think they snipped it out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about a screen pass, Lauren, is the fact that even when it's not effective, it puts a doubt in the defense's mind about just how hard they can rush your passer.
Well, you can see he almost falls here.
Puts his hand down, regains his balance.
Look at this. He hadn't been touched yet, and he's...
Right. Now, what I like for him to do like that is just keep that ball in the hand they've got it in, not switch the ball, because you never know when somebody's around you. Again, the old coach here talking about turnovers and penalties. Never beat yourself. Make the other team beat you. And if you do that, most of the time you're going to win.
Well, I thought it was a pretty clean played game. There wasn't very many on both sides of the ball.
There's a quick pass out here to Brooks, and we got a lot of people out in front. They got a 15-yard penalty late in the game when we should have had a pass interference called on us.
Well, I thought that too. We're going to see that in the second half.
But, hey, we're not going to give it back.
Well, this here I thought this play could have gone for a little bit more. Stokes, this is kind of an inexperienced thing. He's running out and can't lead the thrower. He's got to come back to catch it. He's in full stride bringing him back.
Right. He, you know, that's probably one of the throws he didn't make very well. But again, he protects the ball real well here. But you know, hey, just got to keep practicing. Here he goes ahead and punts the ball, and this is good. Watch where it goes.
Second time in the first half, we pinned them inside the 10.
So they've started deep every time they've had the ball. This is a good throw here. Incomplete. When we're in man coverage, we're bringing pressure, and we've got to get there when we bring that pressure. Good job there turning it back inside. Nice job of Jensen. Good play by Wells. Also by Colton Spears, number 22. Little old sophomores made our starting team. Throw it out here. Great cover. Got a tip. It's hard to throw it over 6'6" John Colliver. And if you do, you got to put airtime under it so your people have a chance to get there. Make them punt the football. They go 3 and out. They run the same punt we do. They're trying to get it on the ground. One of the things, and this is a great job of Jackson, is if at all possible, never, ever let the ball hit the ground in the kicking game. And because most of the time, like in a punting situation, it's an average of 14 yards that you lose. I like that falling forward. Some of the best runs are back to the line of scrimmage lots of times, Lauren. You know, that's just like a road to a championship is paved with lots of blocks and tackles and wind sprints. Tate sets up good. We get a penalty. One of our wide receivers is moving before the snap. Now this is the thing we did against Batesville right here, having a little bit of it, of not finishing drives. You've got to finish off drives. When you get opportunities, you've got to take advantage of them. Don't hurt yourself with penalties.
Especially when we're starting, you know, in their end of the territory.
Pick up a big first down here. Colton Spears, he's another one of our running backs.
Who had a good game when he was in the ball game, especially on the offensive side, I thought.
He did. He's the youngest. Clark's a senior, Jackson's a junior, and then Colton's a sophomore. Nice cut here. Now get back north and south.
North and south.
There you go. When it gets dark, take somebody with you. Drop them shoulder pads and put them on somebody.
Jim and I made a lot of reference about this, how he saw the seam and just went right there and turned it up.
Well, Jackson has good vision, and he plays so hard. He's an emotional player. He plays very hard. And this is an option play, and there we don't protect the football. We compounded 2 problems there. The first problem was we didn't read the play right. If we leave the ball with the Dorman on that play, then he's maybe in the end zone. And then we don't protect the ball.
He had that ball away from his body when he got hit.
That's right.
It wasn't a good hit. It just was the guy knocked the ball out of his hands.
See, we want that ball carried up under his chin, and it's going to get away from him right here. He's trying to score and make a play, but
right there, boom, knocked out.
You've got to see that elbow out away from the body, and that allows the ball to come out the back. We talk about 3 points of pressure carrying the ball. Your fingertips over the end of it. Your forearm squeezing it against your rib cage, and then your elbow against the back of your body so you can't get it out the back.
Yeah. The Stinnett to Ward combination was about all he could throw.
Well, they lost that good receiver, early in the game, number 15, and of course that limited them to that combination because coming into the game we were worried about 15 and 14. We blow a coverage right here, and they're behind us. Nice throw and catch. Good play by them.
That ties the score.
Ties the score, and there's only about a minute and 30 left to go in the half.
We're in the 2 minutes left in the half, and but as we're going to watch the last few plays, your team responded well after giving up a big play right here. They could have very easily went down, put their heads down, went into the locker room and said, well, we'll do it in the second half. But,
well, adversity reveals character. And certainly we were at a point that we needed to respond to some adversity. And I thought they did real well. And I think that's credit to our senior leadership and our assistant coaches. I thought they handled it real well and went right down the field, got back on the board to go in at halftime 14-7 on a play that could have gone either way. John just happens to make the play. The kid from Sheridan was in position to make the play, but John got there and got a hand in it and tipped it up in there and right back to himself and fell about the 2-yard line.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a short break. We come back, we're going to watch some more highlights. We'll be right back.